Hola, 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 hola. I think what happened here, breaking news, airplanes. Let me do this. Let me do a better title. Hey guys. All right, let's see. Good morning. Can you hear me? Everything smooth? Yeah, I just saw this now. I was about to go do a members live on the balcony, and I saw this situation that happened. Uh, and at I guess at an Atlanta airport where these two airplanes crashed. I guess. Let me rewind it a little bit. This is a live view right now, but let me just take it back because they were talking about what happened. Let's just hear the beginning part, and then we'll go back.
It is obviously not going anywhere. And there are a lot of people, a couple of seconds before we were able to come up on the air here. And again, I don't know exactly what type of jet that was, but again, it looked like a large passenger jet that was involved in some type of incident with this smaller plane that you see right there in the center of your screen. Again, this is live. We're trying to get some more information. We have a crew on their way right now to the airport. And of course, we are calling our contacts and sources to try to gather more information. But that's as much as I have for you right now as we take a look at these live pictures from Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. And again, that is the plane there in the center.
And you know, for me, this is like, oh my God, right? Because I've been talking about like, I'm in this like crazy spiral of airplane crashes for like weeks and months that I've been watching, and now first thing I see is this. Like I was just randomly browsing, and I'm like, holy shit! So it didn't happen in the air. If it happened in the air, it would be catastrophe. It'd probably be like people dead. Nobody's injured supposedly. I think they ran to each other on the runway.
Was able to taxi away from the scene. This plane is obviously not going anywhere, and there are a lot of people who are on the other side of this shot that we are showing you who are tending to what may be the site of some kind of damage as a result of this incident. We really don't know because we can't see it, but we are working to get some confirmed information. I'm told that we're going to have something that we can report to you in a matter of seconds. So we're going to stay on this shot, and I'm going to wait for my producers to give me the information so that we can report. It does appear as though airport operations are normal. But okay, here's what we can tell you. This is a larger plane, an Airbus A350, scheduled to fly from Atlanta to Tokyo. That was the larger plane that was involved. And this is on a taxiway. This is not an active runway, and it is having no impact on airport operations at this time. So that is some good news that this Airbus A350, that would be the larger plane that you have not seen, but we saw it a moment ago that is pulled away. That flight was scheduled to fly from Atlanta to Tokyo. That would be a large passenger jet as opposed to this plane that's in the middle of your screen right now, that small white sort of regional or commuter plane, also operated by Delta, and that plane is not going anywhere. Again, we're told that this is on a taxiway, not an active runway, and that there is no impact to airport operations at this time. So that's good news. We don't know whether anybody was hurt in this incident, and we still don't have anything confirmed in terms of what type of an incident this was. Was there some type of a collision? We don't know. But again, we are working our sources and trying to get some more information for you, because obviously this is something that we know is of great interest to everybody. Of course, Delta Airlines, one of the largest employers in the country. It was only a couple of weeks ago that there was terrible accident at one of their maintenance facilities at the airport where 2 workers were killed. And so this is another incident involving the airline. Obviously, that is, not welcome news. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, the busiest airport in the world. So a lot of activity here. And again, we can tell you that there is no disruption to airport activities. And that's really because of where this incident took place. We're told that it took place on a taxiway, not an active runway. Had it taken place on an active runway, we might be looking at a completely different scene. But in this taxiway, you see the planes move very, very slowly. And so if there was going to be some type of an incident that may involve some type of a collision or a run-in between 2 air.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. They were live. They just ended this like a couple of minutes ago. It was live for like 40 minutes.
And
I caught it right at the end.
Who were planes is of great importance and is very serious. We know that there are a lot of planes coming and going at the airport at all given times. And
how the hell do you hit each other?
So moving in the right direction, as though something happened today that led to an incident between this larger A350, this Airbus passenger jet from Atlanta to Tokyo, and this smaller Delta plane that you can see there in the center of your screen. Again, that Airbus A350 has pulled away. We saw it driving, riding on its own. And that is not in the view of this camera angle right now. But if you take a look at this plane, it does appear as though there is a part of it that is not there. Looking at the tail of that plane, it just seems as though there's something should be there at the very back end of that plane. And we don't see it. So again, I don't want to speculate on exactly what happened, but you can see the airport workers there who are
Epstein guards hired as
right back there at the tail of this plane, the back of the plane.
I don't know if you guys heard about that incident. The incident he was referring to, I think it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, that I think 2 tires popped on a plane and it killed I think 2 maintenance workers.
Surveying whatever damage has been sustained in this incident. Again, we're calling it an incident because we have not been able to confirm exactly what happened here.
Careers to covering what's happening in our communities, and it's been such a tragic couple of weeks and frankly a traumatic couple of weeks in our area, obviously covering the shooting that happened last week at Appalachian High School. And then, as you mentioned, prior to that, it was in late August that there was the incident at Delta, which ended up being deadly. At this airport, I should say, in a Delta hangar, which ended up being deadly. So, hopefully everyone's fine here. We have no reason to believe that that is otherwise at this point. We're just working to gather information.
I want to see the view. Oh, here it is. Here's a picture.
Has to cast a shadow on
situations, or close calls, I should say, but nothing like this, like what we're seeing here at Atlanta's airport.
I want to share some images just into our newsroom a short time ago. This is from Crystal Collins. You can see the credit there because we've been getting some images from different sources that we just want to share with you. So here, this gives you a look at what happened in this.
Oh, there you go.
Let me show you. We got a second image. Okay.
Hold on. So, and somebody said, was it 2 planes? So, okay.
What happened in this incident? Let me show you. We got a second image.
Wow.
Okay. So you can see some of the damage done to.
Oh yeah, right there on that wing. Yeah, that wingtip, the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's a
or tail, I should say. Excuse me.
Yeah. So that, and then you can see the response there.
Yeah, you can see Joy, because we're kind of looking at this together and kind of closely on our computer screen on our end. And Joy, I would say that thankfully there weren't any flames that don't see any smoke or anything like that.
Right.
Although Atlanta Fire is there on that taxiway, probably just as precaution, they have to be there and just to make sure nothing does happen. But yeah, things seem to be, as we're looking closely, outside of that tail being knocked, for the most part, things seem to be intact there, regarding a lot more damage that probably could have been put on that plane.
There's been airplanes that have collided before on the runway, and it like disaster, like fire and explosion, like people died. I've seen a couple of videos, or one video I think about it.
The collision,
runway
that happened.
collision.
Absolutely. And, and recapping, it was a small plane that suffered damage, and that's consistent with the images that you're seeing here at the
here's
airport
the
and
the
Delta
chopper got
Airlines.
there.
But yeah, so there's been, they have made their way into our newsroom several times in the last
just the
few
past
months.
month or so, right?
That's
past
right.
month or two.
That's right. So here's this live image, that we're showing you, where you see obviously a lot of attention to this particular plane, and it's taking up this part of the taxiway. As we can see, you see multiple crews. Looks like that is it appears to be a fire vehicle that we just saw on the right before it panned off.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
maybe that's just what happens anytime there's an incident on the runway, because think about it. These are planes.
Yeah.
These are active planes. The worst could be
Right.
flames. The worst could be smoke. The worst could be reported injuries. Obviously, that isn't the situation here, which is great news, and we're so glad to be able to report that. But, it could be standard protocol for them to have, several agencies that are out there on the runway just to ensure all is well.
Sure. I mean, we all drive the roadways
anybody
on a
caught the
daily
crash.
basis, and we see that oftentimes, police officers are involved in situations just to make sure that we're all driving safely. For instance, we may see Georgia State Patrol out, for instance, even if there could be a major construction project and they just want to make sure everybody's going about their way safely. So always better to err on the side of caution, and it looks like you have multiple crews there standing by to make sure that everything is safe and make sure that it all goes smoothly. But in the background, you see it looks like business is normal.
Well, yeah, I was literally going to say that as they kind of pan out and they're in and out right.
Delta flight clips another plane on taxiway at Atlanta Airport, knocks off smaller plane's tail. Damn. A Delta jet clipped a smaller plane on a taxiway at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport Tuesday morning, tearing off the tail of the smaller plane. Delta Airlines Flight 295, which was en route to Tokyo, was taxiing for takeoff when its wingtip hit the tail of Endeavor Air Flight 5526, which was headed to Louisiana. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Well, thankfully, I guess nobody was hurt.
Now, but as they pan out, you can see there are a lot of Delta workers there, still making sure luggage is getting onto planes, taking what they're loading onto.
They find another life
Right here, as we're looking at this piece of the hub, where you can see there are several planes that have taken off, and there are some that are still parked there. Delta Airlines and one from the Federal Aviation.
How the hell does this happen, man? It's 2024 with all the technology we have. How did this happen? How did they miss? That's the live feed. There's no audio, but it's the live feed of the airport. All right, let me let you just guys know what's happening today as far as the main channel. Okay, the main channel, Ick and Mel, what we're going to do is at 2 o'clock, I have a live stream scheduled. We're going to talk about the Kentucky shooter. And at 3 p.m., there's a press conference. So we'll hang out for an hour, and then we'll do the press conference. If something comes up, I may go out a little bit earlier. Chopper. We'll lower that volume down. If something does come up about that story more, I've collected two things. There really hasn't been many updates today. I found one cool video, and then I found something else that we could watch. And I thought we could watch the map and listen a little bit to the scanner, but so far, really not many updates. So we'll stop by around 2. Also tonight, for those that are into it, I'm going to try to stream on the political channel the debate, which I think it's going to be fun as hell. Some people don't want it, stressed out. I understand that. That's why I made a political channel. So some people were saying that you can't stream it, that they're going to give strikes or something. I don't know, because they said that the last time for the last debate, and people were streaming it and they had no problem. So I scheduled for 9 p.m. tonight. What I'm going to do is, before I go live, check out and see other channels if they're streaming and what's going on. And if they are and it looks like it's not going to be a problem, I'll jump on. If it looks like it's going to be a problem, then I'll just do it on Discord last time. Yes. Get your popcorn, get your candy, get your food, get whatever it is, you know, and get ready. It's probably going to be a shit show. Maybe. Oh, let me turn on the bots off, Carly, I think. Hold on. Okay, I just turned it on, so you might have to do the command again. Anytime I switch channels, it turns off. But thankfully, nobody's hurt. And other news, I just saw this morning. And I saw, because we talked about the Georgia school shooter last night. And apparently now they're saying, because the dad got arrested, the shooter got arrested. Now they're saying that dad, Colin, Colt Gray's dad, Colin, called him a sissy and a bitch. Bought him a rifle to toughen his ass up. I wonder where they got this information from. So his father was bullying him too? Father said that he's being bullied in school. A relative of Colt's mother said that Gray patriarch felt his 14-year-old was too tender. Oh shit, tender. Damn. You heard that song Tender before? Tender. And pub. So supposedly, I guess the father felt he was too tender, the son, and began calling him sissy and bitch to underscore his disdain. Damn. The other thing I was wondering about last night is where we saw this. We saw the body cam, and Nat actually pointed this out. That kid had really short. Can you grow your hair this long in a year? I guess. Is it possible? I guess it's possible, right? He has really long hair now. I don't know how long it would take to grow hair. I've never grown my hair that long. I've only grown it into like a little mini puff. I've never had it like shoulders. I wonder. It's been a little over a year, like a year and a couple months. Actually, 9 months. Damn, the time is flying. I think what was the video was from December? No, May 2023. I thought, or something like that. So it is possible. Okay. I guess he grew out his hair quick. He grew out his hair, and do you think his hair's dyed here? Is this dyed? He dyed his hair too, I guess. Paralegal, you're gonna have to come later at 3 o'clock. You're gonna have to come later, paralegal Liz. Leaf lettuce. The relative claims Colin bought his son an AR-15 style rifle for Christmas to toughen him up. As for the verbal mistreatment, the relatives believes Colin was trying to break him down and emasculate him. Damn. What is this video here they got? Oh, they got video inside the classroom. Oh. She added the whole mentality of toughening him up and making him stronger. That was Colin's top priority. And you see where that got us. The grandfather of, on the mother's side, I guess, expressed a similar sentiment, painting Colin as an evil, abusive figure in a teenager's life, saying spending 11 years with that son of a bitch screaming and hollering every day can affect anybody. He was a good kid turned bad in a bad situation. Cole has been charged with 4 counts of murder and is being tried as an adult shooter. So they're saying his dad pushed him to this. Called him a sissy and all these names, got him a gun, and said he was being bullied in school. But I guess he was also being bullied at home. It's safer to drive in your car than an airplane. Statistically. Sharks? No, sharks don't want to hurt you. Statistically. She was the latest shark attack. I'm always curious what's the latest shark attack. 16 hours ago. Shark attack survivor goes on to become silver medal winning Paralympian. Hey. 2 days ago. Re-entering the pool caused flashbacks to the shark attack. Oh, that's the same person, Paralympian. Shark attack horror at Bristol Aquarium. What happened in the aquarium? Oh, not the aquarium. Shark killed 16-year-old high school student who was found dead by fishermen. Wow. Jamaican police say this was 2 weeks ago. 19 hours ago, mom of 3 who lost her hand trying to fight off a shark reunites with strangers who helped save her life. Man, mom lucky to be alive after a vicious shark attack. Oh, yeah, B. I wonder about that. B said dad called him a little B. I'm sure he didn't like the haircut and bleach. I wonder if that was his way of like rebelling. Right? His dad calling him all these names. Atlanta airport, yeah. His dad. Maybe I'll put that in the title, so let me do that. I know people, yeah, I should have put that. Atlanta. So they're saying nobody's hurt, I guess. They think nobody's hurt. A drunk driver hit a house and is ejected from the impact. Lands on the roof of the house. What? Hold on, can I show you guys this? Oh my god. He's not naked, is he? Hold on. No, yo, this is wild. Hold on. Should have wore his seatbelt. Or maybe his seatbelt would have killed him. I don't know.
Get on the house. What the fuck? Dog, motherfucker
Wow.
ain't gonna believe this shit. What the damn?
He's passed out. I don't know if he's alive. What happened to the guy?
Get on the house. What the fuck? Dog, motherfucker ain't gonna believe this shit. What the damn?
Wow. Is there another part to this? The end of times, man. Oh, look. They're bringing a crane? Yeah, astonishing, man. Michigan driver who plowed into house ended up on the roof. Whoa. Bro, look at this dude. Look at this shit. What? What, yo? He needs some milk.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He
damn meal.
Wow, and he survived. If that's not a wake-up call to like get sober and shit, I don't know what is. Holy moly. Look at this fire too. It's just, he didn't kill anybody in the process. I'm glad. I guess they said he didn't kill anybody.
Thanks, Mel. Much appreciated. Nice
Tammy,
distraction from what's going on in my day-to-day. Smiling
sorry.
face with open hands, 2 hearts, purple heart.
I'm sorry you're going through all that. Oh yeah, the article. So what's the story? Okay, this is in Michigan. Shockingly survived after crashing into a home and catapulting from his flaming truck. That might have saved his life. Wearing the seatbelt might have saved his life because, I mean, wearing the seatbelt might have killed him is what I'm trying to say. And then an ironic twist. I mean, he shouldn't have been drinking in the first place. That would have, stopped everything. But had he been seat belted into that car and passed out, he probably might have burned alive, burnt to a crisp. Ugh. So he's a 28-year-old. Oh my god, that guy looks like he's 50 or 60 years old. Footage shows the 28-year-old in Bridgeport Township man lying motionless on the roof of a Saginaw house. Once the initial shock wore off, the man seemed confused and disoriented as he sat up and looked around. His silver truck went up in flames as it collided with a demolished section of the home while 3 people were inside. Oh, 3 people inside. He tried to crawl on the roof but nearly fell as the firemen rushed to help him. Oh my god, little boy. Roll off the roof. Damn, bro, like a zombie or something, Walking Dead. Time to clean up, man. Because realistically, he could have killed somebody. He easily could have killed somebody. Or those people in the house. So, the fire department told Daily Mail 3 engines arrived at the scene and the fire was quickly put out. As the man sprawled out on the edge of the roof, a fireman appears to have been speaking to him while the other firemen extinguished the fire. The man was taken to the hospital and was in critical but stable condition. Okay. Damn. There's no other reported injuries. Lucky. So they're saying, although a video of the crash circulating on Reddit is titled "Drunk Driver Ejected," it is unknown if the driver was under the influence. That's why I titled my tweet alleged drunk driver. We'll see. I wonder if they will test it. They should test it. I guess they're gonna lift up this tail piece. I don't know, take it away, I guess. I wonder if they're gonna try to repair. I don't want to fly in this plane. What's the number of this plane? We should put a PSA out. What's the plane this shit? I'm not flying this plane. People need to know that model number or whatever. I'm not flying this shit. So what are they gonna do? Patch it back? I don't want that refurbished plane. Atlanta airport crash. I mean, all planes are kind of refurbished because they're always doing maintenance. They're trying to fix it. They're always patching things up or whatever. But nah, bro, the tail wings, it looks like it almost came completely off. I don't. They need to get rid of that plane, scrap it for metal or whatever, and start a new one. This is let's see, Delta Airlines flight 295 on Airbus A350 was taxiing for departure when its wingtip struck the tail of Endeavour Air Flight 5526. Take a screenshot of this. glue it back. Hot glue. Steven Seagal. The alien tape. Tammy, that alien tape is pretty damn good. It's a little annoying sometimes to handle it because it sticks on both sides. Flex it on. What's up? Yo, how you doing, Shaniqua? Oh, you're 10 minutes from Atlanta? Oh, okay. Hope you're doing good. You've been around for quite a while, I remember. Delta, my brother flew once. They asked all passengers to sit on the back. No, to balance the plane. Oh my gosh. That is a thing, like the balance of the plane. Weight is really important. Like they calculate the fuel, the luggage. They average the weight per person. And yeah, they want the plane to be balanced. But yeah, that's great. That would freak me out. They tell me, oh, sit in the back and get off the plane. I remember one time I was in Cali and I was taking a flight back to Florida, and the flight had some type of problem. Something was wrong with the plane, and they were saying, oh, there's something wrong and we're gonna have to get another plane and blah blah blah. There was this lady standing next to me and she's like, oh, I think it's a sign. We shouldn't get on the next plane. She says she thinks it's a sign. I started kind of freaking me out. It took like an hour and a half or two, maybe, I don't know, to get the other plane. And so everybody was like bar hopping and eating until they started closing the restaurants and stuff. There was one couple that was like passed out on the floor from drinking. And when it came time to get on the plane, the new plane, that lady, she was for real. She was gone. I never saw that lady again. She thought it was like a thing of bad luck or something, so she dipped out. And on the way back, there was like somebody had gotten like sick or something. There was like some flight. Somebody had like a medical problem where they actually got the plane faster to Florida, and like there was like paramedics waiting for the person. I don't know what happened to the person. They brought him to the front of the plane. She was right. I agree, Mona. I agree too. I don't know what's up with that because they never used to do that before. But I'm pretty sure last time people were streaming it, so I'm gonna try on YouTube if I see other people are doing it. It doesn't seem like a problem. Because I don't want to get a strike. It's not worth getting a strike because then I can't go live anywhere. I mean, if they want to claim monetization, that's fine. Take it. Hey, Beach Girl. No, I heard that supposedly nobody was hurt. They don't think anybody was hurt from what I'm hearing. Lee Rogers on Twitter said, because I said, who wants to fly on this refurbished plane when they pieced the tail back together? He said it was just bought by Boeing and they have the flight crew ready. Boeing has such a bad history if you start looking at all the documentaries, and there's documentaries on Boeing and the plane crashes and how they cut corners now, and like, because they're all about money, you know. And they even had like Boeing, I don't know how they got inside, but there was like a documentary where they got into like factory or something, and they were asked, "Oh, so would you fly on Boeing?" Their own people, I don't know if it's like 7 out of 10 said no. Like, nah, I'm not flying. I mean, they say that most plane crashes or error is human error. Like, it's usually most of the time, but there has been times where it's like some type of software thing. You know. And there's been times too mechanical. Like the mechanics, they say, "Oh no, everything's fine." They check off shit, and it's not really fine, or it wasn't done correctly. And the pilot, all they do is just walk around and get a visual, and so they assume that the mechanics did everything they could, and then you have no idea. This chopper's leaving. Yeah, okay, you here for the manhunt? Alright. No, they used to be broadcasting on every single channel. I know. Yo, that's true too, Mona. Now it's like only one news channel exclusive. Right? They used to show it on every channel. I wonder how that works. Those news channels. Are they paying somebody? Is that there? Or are they paying the... I don't think they're paying the people debating. I don't know how that works. Chopper's flying off. Bloop, bloop. I caught at least 20 plane to go to the U.S. I'm starting to think I may not anymore. Too many accidents. Yeah, this is Atlanta. They say it's safe. You know, they say planes are for the most part safe. They just got off. But I've been seeing a lot of weird things lately. You know, a lot of these planes have probably been in service for a long time. You know, oh, there was this really funny thing that I don't know if you guys ever saw. There was this really funny clip. Plane wheel comes off. Let me see if it's on here. Oh my god. Cockpit decompression blowout. Plane of this aircraft fell upon landing at Santa Ana Airport in California.
Entering flight to Palau and crush your beautiful faces. Entering flight to Palau and crush your beautiful faces. Entering flight to Palau and...
Oh, this shit was so funny. Check this out. Oh, this was Air Canada AC-A6 experienced a detachment of its left inside main gear. The flight landed safely. Bro, if you're on a plane and you see this shit... I can't find that guy. Let me see if I find that guy that did a really funny... No. There's this guy that was really funny. That did a video about it. But I can't find it now. Biden's talking today. UConn men's basketball team. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Shorts. but this was a thing.
An airline passenger recorded a frightening scene while taking off from Montreal on Friday. The video shows sparks and flames shooting out of the left side of the landing gear just before a wheel falls off. 52 people were on board the Air Canada Express flight. It headed back to Montreal. The pilot circled to burn off some fuel before making an emergency landing. The airline says its experienced pilots maintained complete control of the aircraft.
Mamma mia. Yes, Mona. Lost in Space brought to you by Boeing. What's going on with that? I did read something not too long ago. I thought they're going to send like SpaceX. But it was a Boeing ship, some Boeing spacecraft or whatever that took them up there. And now it's having all these issues. And they're stuck in space. They're having well, I guess they already use it. Somebody told me they already do that. But they're having to put their urine and some type of filtration system that turns it to water. So look, they're drinking their urine, but like it's changing it to water, what I heard. Astronauts. Stuck in space. Well, 4 civilian astronauts, hoping to make history with Polaris Dawn going deeper into space than anyone in years. 4 civilian astronauts blasted off into space Tuesday, September 10th, today, launching from Cape Canaveral, Florida. En route, they hope to fly deeper into the cosmos, 870 miles to be exact, than any other since Gemini 11 took off in 1966. Why is that the furthest anybody's gotten? It's 1966. Since then, how did they do that in 1966? But we haven't been able to do it now. Earlier on Thursday, September. Oh wait, when is this from? This is from. Yeah, this is today. Okay. Earlier on Thursday, September 12th, the crew of SpaceX's Polaris Dawn mission will attempt the first all-civilian spacewalk. Observers can watch. How can I want to see that? You gonna do a spacewalk? Oh shit, SpaceX! Wow. Over 5 days, they're also planning dozens of studies and experiments while in orbit to help understand the effects of spaceflight and radiation on humans. Okay. Both he and Gillis plan to go outside of their capsule on the spacewalk, though all 4 will technically participate because they will be exposed to the void of space. Okay, so where are they going? Uh, 870 miles into the cosmos. Elon's going to save them in February. Yeah, I heard they're sending some type of. I guess they don't trust the Boeing spacecraft to go get him. Astronauts stuck in space. Oh, this guy did a video about it concerning stranded astronauts. What's this guy's name? Neil deGrasse. Neil deGrasse, yeah.
And while Boeing's Starliner did successfully deliver its 2 astronauts, their mission just got a whole lot longer.
What started as an 8-day expedition has turned to a rescue mission.
NASA's announced this morning
I'm an old man now, so I've been around many, many decades. I try to put the potential catastrophe in context. Okay, that's what you do when you get older. You bring not knowledge to a thought, but wisdom. So let me go back in time. When I go back 60 years to the Apollo era, I'm reminded there was a film. It came out in 1969, the same year we landed on the moon. It was called Marooned. Astronauts marooned in space. with no hope of being rescued. It had major stars. It had Gregory Peck. It had Gene Hackman. I remembered watching that film in real time and being very concerned for the astronauts because they were running out of oxygen, right? That's kind of important thing you need to survive. They're in a space capsule, which is not very large. And I don't remember why they couldn't come out of orbit. That's not what I remember. What I remembered was the effort put forth by NASA and the public down on Earth to rescue them. But here was a problem. In the time we needed to rescue them so that they wouldn't suffocate from the absence of oxygen, a hurricane was moving across Cape Canaveral. So they find out that the duration of the hurricane, because you're not going to launch during a hurricane, then you'd kill the astronauts going up to try to save them. So that you'd be worse. All right, there'd be more deaths. And then someone realized that the eye of the hurricane was going to move across the launch pad. The eye of the hurricane is quiet. Brilliant. So they set the launch time to match the moment that the eye of the hurricane passed over the launch pad. That's when they launched. Brilliant storytelling, brilliant space drama. And you see that it comes up through the eye of the hurricane, and they go rescue the astronauts who would have otherwise died. So, my vocabulary, my sense of danger, my understanding, what shaped me as a space enthusiast and a space realist were not only the high dramas of stories depicted at the time, but the real drama of real astronauts whose life was put at risk. Apollo 13, we've all seen that film and we know the story. That Apollo mission never landed on the moon, though it had intended to do so. A lot of ingenious thinking had to go to keep them alive. All right, there was a tank that had turned and it exploded and the oxygen supply was low. A lot of repeated issues related to their survival played out in Apollo 13. And so my two marooned astronauts in this 1969 film were in a small capsule running out of, and Butch Wilmore.
All right. Boom, 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 bah. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see real quick. Choppers. No choppers. Scanner, they have some major crazy nut couch with a weapon, shot someone, and sent many officers to Monticello area, Wayne County, setting up a perimeter. They can't find him, maybe off themselves. Oh, Lord, another one?
Hi, everyone. Let me get right to the point. As I'm recording this today, it is 20 December 2023. And I'm recording this and giving Brad instructions to publish it upon my death. So if you're watching me, I'm dead. Now, a few months ago, I sat right here on this log and told you I'd been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I told you we'd caught it early and that we were still going to be here for some time. Well, we did catch it early, but not as early as I had thought, and it has spread faster than I thought it would. You may have seen me recently using this crutch. And I told you I broke my hip. Well, I did break my hip, but it wasn't because I was in any kind of accident. It was because the cancer spread to my bones and the bones just crumbled and my hip fractured and I fell down. No, I didn't fall down and fracture it. I fractured and then fell down. And my time is drawing very short. So there's some things I have to ask of you. One, for everyone who is a Patreon supporter, thank you, but don't immediately turn off your Patreon support. We have hopes that a couple of the crew, primarily my brother, are going to continue making content on this channel. So if you haven't heard from us by next month, yes, then cancel your Patreon support. But we have hope that the channel will continue. Two, people pirate other people's material in this format, and now that I'm dead, I'm not going to be able to do much about it. And I'm sure people will pirate my material. Please don't put money into the pockets of thieves. If you're going to watch anything I'm doing, make sure you watch it on my channel. And 3, if you've been around a while, you know that there have been people who have taken it upon themselves to lie about me and denigrate my character. That Caleb guy being the biggest offender of it, but there's been others.
Wow, I don't know anything about this drama or whatever. I saw they did a couple of news articles about this guy days ago because he had passed away, and he had a video that he recorded before he passed, and I guess he had his brother release it. I never watched the video.
And I've had to make some rebuttal videos and so forth. Yeah, not going to be around to do that, and I'm sure that people will take this opportunity to denigrate my character. So I would hope by now that you know me well enough to know what you should or shouldn't believe. Don't just believe whatever nonsense people tell you. Okay, now with that, there's a couple other things I want to say as well. And that is, to everyone who has watched, hit the like or dislike icon, commented, shared, subscribed, and donated on Patreon, thank you. All of those things support the channel greatly, and I can't even begin to articulate how beneficial and appreciated those things are. I also would want to say that my goal in doing all of this was, yes, to have fun, do some things that were fun, but primarily to put out useful information, or if not useful, at least interesting information. And what I really hope is that as you're watching me, you've seen some things that have made you say, oh, I get it, okay. Things that have made you change something you did in such a way that has helped you. I would really hope that seeing the reviews we've done of things have saved you some money and kept you from buying things that probably wouldn't have been a good fit for you. And if those things have happened, then we've met our goal. The final thing I would want to say is my sincere apologies. I had hoped that I would continue in this format for the next 10 or even 15 years.
I wonder how old this guy is. Let me look it up.
And even once I was diagnosed, I had hoped that we'd be here 2 or 3 more years, and it's turned out to be only a few more months. And my apologies for that. It really makes me feel like I've let everybody down. So
he's a gun expert. I guess he does like that type of content.
There's not much more to say than that. So I guess the final line, I have not really rehearsed this, is I'm really glad to have had this opportunity to do all of the stuff that we've done. I really hope that it's been helpful. I really appreciate you watching.
He was a U.S. Army and Marine Corps veteran, known for his gun reviews, firearms instructions, videos, and Second Amendment advocacy. Okay.
Commenting and participating. And I have probably very few regrets in what we've done here. I think we've been, for the most part, successful. I hope you agree. So, as always, don't try this at home, and thanks for watching.
I am heartbroken to announce that what you heard is true. Paul Harrell has passed away. It was his wish that I maintain his legacy through this channel by continuing to put out high-quality educational content with the flair we all know and love from him. I ask that you give the crew and myself some time to process the death of my brother and find the best way to honor his memory. I thank everyone in advance for your patience and understanding, and we will get channel updates as we move through this together. I would ask everyone to keep any personal politics or religious beliefs out of any postings regarding Paul on any of our social media. In keeping with Paul's mystery, I cannot tell you what his beliefs were or where he ended up. All I can tell you is that he is now where a man belongs and will remain an inspiration to us all. Thank you.
Some of you know me, but many of you don't. My name is Brad Nelson, and I've been Paul's editor / post-production guy / manager for many years now, ever since his channel was very small. I had the great privilege of having Paul in my life and having him as a friend. He's a very generous and kind guy, and he told the best campfire stories. He's positively influenced many people's lives, including my own, and I'm very grateful for that. We are going to be continuing his legacy by uploading videos on this channel eventually, and continuing to educate people the way that Paul did. But you can continue his legacy as well by sharing your knowledge with other people and your enthusiasm for firearms and the outdoors, and just by being curious and striving to learn new things like Paul did. Thank you for all the support that you've given Paul and the rest of us over all these years.
Okay. Pretty sad. All right. Sorry if I brought people down. I was kind of curious to see that video. Yeah, man, a lot of stuff happening. People getting sick, all kinds of stuff. That's why, I don't know, lately I've been kind of like, well, I've been going on my daily walks, which I went this morning, and eating better, trying to drop a couple pounds and stuff, you know. But you can be really healthy and still get cancer and horrible shit happen, right? But anyway, at least from other diseases, you know, try to take care and get checkups and all that stuff. Because I was saying this the other day, I really haven't gone for a checkup like in 2 years or something. So I'm gonna start doing that again. You know, at least the annuals and blood work or whatever. Because a lot of people getting sick, a lot of people having all kinds of health conditions left and right. I mean, all over the place, all over. So, yeah. Oh, they're doing this phase in the deadly dog attack punishment phase.
We're going to stay here 5 years.
Penalty phase. I don't know what's going to happen with these people. Their dog attacked this elderly. I think the dog killed 2 people. Killed an elderly couple, I think. But the dog had attacked other people in the neighborhood multiple times, and they knew the dog was a danger, and the dog was able to get out of the house all the time. So now they're being held accountable. Mustard. I've been doing good. I know it's been a couple of days, but I've been doing good. Well, those labs, I do like a lab test that's kind of frequent, but I need to go do like a full blood work panel and get checked out, you know. Just go to the doctor. The scanner traffic is not about couch. It's a different incident. Yeah, I think later we'll come back and we'll hang out. I mean, we'll cover the stuff that I have. We'll watch the press conference and we'll listen to the scanner. We'll just chill, listen to the scanner for a while. Hang out. He just wanted to show people not to be afraid of guns and how to use them safely. Yeah, it's really too bad because even 50s, your 50s, it's like young. That's still young to go, you know. Should be able to get hopefully into your 80s, 90s. All right, I guess that's it for now. I was gonna jump on the main channel to do a members live, but I don't even know if I have time. It's already, what time? I'm going live at 2. It's already 1 o'clock. Oh, I did hit the gym a little bit today too, Mustard. I did go into the gym. I've been doing the walking, right? Kind of easing my body, trying to get a routine, which I've done, you know. I've been, you know, getting a really nice sweat and workout, getting sun, which is like so therapeutic for me. Then I stepped into the gym today. I did some dumbbells, a couple of sit-ups, some squats. Even squats with no weights. I was like, damn, yo. I was kind of like, even just doing those kind of motions and stuff was good. I'm easing myself back. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Members. Add this to the playlist. Oh, okay. That's my list today. few I gotta add. Yeah. I'm feeling like really, really good. Just after the couple of days of doing that, I can imagine if I keep going, like a month later, 2 months later, glowing. I still feel 50 and I'll be 65 in December. Listen, I've seen people, that look great and their elderly age. I mean, if you want to call it what it, what I'm saying? Even women, man. I've seen some women, I'm like, wow, they're really taking care of themselves. They're doing like this and that. They're going out, active. I'm like, oh shit. But all right, yeah. Later we'll check on this Kentucky shooter. I don't know if this guy's dead or alive. I saw there's two things that we can watch that I pulled up for later. But there really hasn't been a lot of updates today. There's been like almost nothing today, honestly, besides the scanner audio. Murky Piglet, if you want, sometimes if you want to DM me that information about the scanner audio, then I can maybe talk about it on the live. 911 call. I played one yesterday, but I don't know if that's the same. Nat sent me a 911 call thing. We'll check that out too. The scanner is kind of interesting to listen to sometimes because you kind of realize all the ish that's happening over there, all the other incidents, unrelated stuff, and everybody out there is probably on high alert. They're still posting this image. They're still posting this image that we talked about yesterday, which we already debunked it, but authorities reveal image of possible shooter. Lord almighty. The reward was increased though, 25K now. From 15, I think, to 25. Hey, Live Life, how you doing? I'm gonna start. I didn't get to do it because the blender needs to be cleaned out, so I just took a shot of egg whites. But I'm gonna start making my smoothies too, a little protein smoothie. And I don't know if you ever heard of this, Mustard. I think I've talked about this before, but one of the things I'm gonna put in there, I'm gonna put a whole lemon. I'm gonna cut it up, even with the skin. There's this guy, Dr. Eric Berg, that I used to watch, and he's like, it's really, really good for you. Lemon skin. If you have some other ideas, though, for me to put in there, let me know. I do want to do the coconut oil. I have the MCT oil separate. I just did a little shot, like a little teaspoon of that today. Because I want to get the coconut oil. I think the coconut's better, the organic one. I just did that for now because that's all I had, but lemon skin benefits. Can tighten skin, detoxify, increase collagen? I think it's good for collagen. Collagen is a protein. You can drink collagen separately too, though. Vitamin C, oral health, digestion, lemon peels, high fiber content, especially soluble fiber pectin. It's good for your digestion and bowel motility. And they say eating lemons or applying them directly to your skin. What? However, the citric acid, which is present in lemons, can be irritating. Oh, you like Dr. Berg too? I haven't watched him in a while, but I'm subscribed. Even if you're not doing keto, he has some really good like health tips and stuff. He does a lot of like health stuff and like intermittent fasting.
Hi guys.
But even if you're not doing that stuff, he has like a lot of good information on foods and all kinds of stuff. I want to go get farm eggs. I still haven't tried it. I hear it's like amazing. Everybody that has tried it has told me farm eggs. You gotta try farm eggs. They last longer. They taste better. And I have some farms not far from me. Mustard. I never thought about that. I laugh when people that drink alkaline water add lemon. That's so true. I never even thought about that. I don't think I've done that, but I might have. I don't know. I never really thought about it. I used to buy alkaline water. What do you think about alkaline water? I used to buy it. I haven't anymore. And then I used to like buy it and drink it sometimes. They say it's good for you. It's a little bit more pricier, but I used to buy it sometimes. But I don't know if it matters or not. Just get a chicken. Debbie, that's true, Debbie. Keto is hard on the kidneys. I have heard that, and sometimes people that do keto, some of them get kidney stones. I don't think I'll be doing keto again. The risk of kidney stones in people that are on a ketogenic diet is estimated between 3 to 10% compared to 1 in several thousand in the general population. So it does increase. To prevent kidney stones on the ketogenic diet, increase their fluid intake, alkalinize their urine, and get regular urinary studies. People with kidney disease, disordered eating, or type 1 diabetes should avoid the ketogenic diet. Pregnant or lactating people should consult their healthcare doctor. Some studies suggest that keto diet reduces the amount of citrate that's released in your urine, given that citrate can bind to the calcium and prevent the formation of kidney stones. I've never had one, and I hope to never get one. A kidney stone or a gallbladder. I heard that's really painful. Thankfully, I've never had that. I've known people that have had it, and it seems like people, Carly, the way he talks about fresh eggs like they're something foreign. I've always been a big egg person, and I can't believe I've never had like farm fresh eggs. Reno stone. Yeah, the keto is kind of tough on you. It is. It is. It's a hazmat. I agree, Debbie. I agree. Alcohol is hard on the liver. You had gallstones? Oh God. Thankfully, I never had that. I hope to never get it. I had a friend that she used to get it all the time, and her family did too. And I know at the time she didn't drink water, like barely ever drank water. I don't know why she was getting it. Might be maybe because of that or her diet, or I don't know if it runs in her family. Then she started drinking a lot of water. You'll never touch a white egg again, really? I need an egg shirt. Had some minor kidney issues, and he did have type 1. He tried keto, and with 3 months, he was on dialysis for the rest of his life? Yo, Mustard, you see that? Wow. I think just kind of monitoring your carbs intake, because I've realized some of the things we've been consuming, I didn't realize had so much carbs in it, like a crazy amount, ridiculous amount. Like, what the hell? I think kind of monitoring. I'm a big bread person. I've cut back on the bread. I still, have like a, slice here or like a sandwich once in a while, but like not like all the time. Or substitute it for something else, Yes, asparagus. I didn't know there was a thing called asparagus juice though. I love asparagus. I had asparagus last night. And asparagus, they say, is good to prevent that, supposedly. Kidney stones. I didn't know there was asparagus juice. Juice? I don't know what that tastes like. Is it rough? They say celery is really good for you, too. And if you drink, like, celery juice. Celery juice. I should try that sometime. Rich in vitamins, including vitamin K, C, potassium, vitamin A, folate, magnesium. It's an anti-inflammatory, hydration, digestion, low in sugar. It's a source of insoluble fiber. Whole celery, along with other fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, may help decrease overall heart disease and risk to promote gut health. Oh yeah, it does make your urine smell too bad. That is one of the side effects. Oh, ginger is good too. My mother uses ginger all the time, like the actual roots. She makes teas with it all the time. My mother uses garlic all the time too. We use garlic all the time. We just started using the cloves now because we used to get like this minced stuff in the jar. That's like, I don't know what they do to preserve it, but they put it in there. Now we started buying the cloves, peeling off the skin, cutting it up, or whatever. Sourdough bread. I think I had that last night. I had a burger last night. I had a burger and asparagus on the side. I saw the. I don't say zero carbs, zero bagels, just zero bagels. Yeah, bagels have a lot of, I think, carbs. Yeah, more than like a slice of bread. The most gangster bread all has like a lot of carbs though. If you go to like this to the bakery section in Publix, oh man, you just smell it and you hold it, and you want to squeeze it, and the ones that have like the seeds and stuff, right? Dialysis, I don't know. I've heard it's like painful too. Is it painful? I remember when I used to work in a hospital and they had like a dialysis area, and they had all the patients in the room, and it just, I don't know, it sucks. Is it painful? Oh, they said generally not painful, but some people may experience discomfort. Okay. Oh, you should juice yourself. Store bought is depleted of vitamins before you even buy it. I believe that. Yeah. We got some lentil too. We're gonna start making lentil. My mother always makes lentil. Not always, but like once in a while. And lentil's really good for you, but there's carbs in there too. I was at the grocery store last night. I was looking in by the bakery, and I was looking at the carbs. A lot of them are loaded with a whole bunch of carbs. I had to pick something. I forgot how much it had. I think it had 25 or something like that. Eat chicken or fish, seafood with the above spices folks talk about in any food. My mother's like very minimal too when she's cooking. Like she doesn't add like a whole bunch of stuff like spices and stuff like that. It's like natural garlic, whatever herbs. Lost two uncles and my grandma to kidney disease. My grandma refused dialysis. Both my uncles did it for 4 years. It drains you. It takes everything out of your body. Oh my god. That's the thing too, Eddie. Fish and mercury, loaded with mercury. Yeah, days. That's what my mother does. She does lentil with garlic, some pieces of celery, carrots. Sometimes she likes to get like some piece of ham and put it in there, like the big one with the bone in there. Sometimes she'll cut some pieces and put it in there. And like it adds a lot of flavor. Okay. Damn. Aren't fish and seafood full of microplastics? Probably. Probably. There's really, it seems like there's really nothing good anymore in food. Like I don't know, it's just everything's so polluted and contaminated, and they got the. I remember we did a live one time talking about lab grown meat. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Lab meat. Florida has become the first state to ban lab grown meat. I don't want to try lab grown meat. It's just, I don't know, something about it just being manufactured in a lab. I don't know how. It just feels like, I don't know what's going to come of that, right? But here's the question too: would a vegetarian or vegan, would they eat lab grown meat? That's what I wonder. Once you get your starter going, it's just the time. Oh, you make your own bread? Oh, snap. Maybe we should try that. Meat glue is a real thing too. Let me look that up. Meat glue. Meat glue. Oh god. So it was banned in Europe. The European Union banned these transglutaminase in food in 2010 over safety concerns. So we use it over here. Meat glue steak experiment. Meat glue is an enzyme that's used in the food industry to bind protein-containing foods together. It's used in many products, including lunch meat, hot dogs. Oh, God, everything I eat. Chicken nuggets, fish cakes, imitation crab, meatball. I love all that. Yogurt, cheese, baked goods. It's used for a variety of reasons, including improving texture, stabilizing food mixtures, making uniform portions, reducing waste. Meat glue is found naturally in humans, animals, and plants. That's interesting that like the FDA says it's safe to eat, even though it's banned elsewhere. I feel like the U.S. is always like the last one to ban something. All the other places are we the most obese country in the world? Right? Let me look that up. I thought we were. Oh, apparently Nauru. What the hell is Nauru? Nauru has the highest obesity rate in the world, with an estimated 71.7% of the population being obese. What is that? They just made that shit up so we don't feel so bad? Mexico, Nauru, Talavu, Sauma. What? I thought we were number one. Well, they're saying we're in 13th place, according to the World Health Organization. Whatever that, however you take that. Meat glue. Oh yeah, TJ. All right, sounds good. I should probably walk the dogs too. Actually, normally a good at like afternoon walk keeps them in line from like having accidents or peeing inside. I remember we had one chubby child in class at the most. Wow. I don't T-Back said I don't believe that. Have you seen images of Typhoon Yagi? No. Let me look it up. Typhoon Yagi. Oh, haven't heard about this. Death toll typhoon rises 87 in Vietnam. Holy crap, dozens missing? I had no idea this happened. Let me see if there's a video. Yeah. Wow, I had no idea this happened. Running. True mustard. Oh, Nauru is a very small island in the Pacific. That's something too. I guess they're not taking that into account, the population number. So if it's a very small population and they just happen to be obese, then okay, they're number one compared to like the population we have. I noticed when I went to the store to buy egg whites, I said this the other day. Like I picked up the fake egg whites by accident, but I turned it around and looked at the ingredients. Dude, there was like 20 something ingredients. I'm like, what the? I couldn't even pronounce half of the stuff. And I said, all right, let me put it back on the shelf. And I grabbed the actual egg white, and it just literally has one ingredient. That's it. Egg white, eggs. That's it. So I started kind of looking a little bit sometimes too at some of the ingredients when you start seeing all this stuff in there, this ridiculous amount, like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 things. You're like, what the hell is this? Yeah. Typhoon. Wow. Is that real? That's what it looks like? Typhoon? Small tornado in parking lot. That's a tornado. Almost looks AI though. All right, I'm gonna get off for now. But I will be back in like 40 minutes on the main channel, I guess, and we'll go over the Kentucky stuff and wait for the press conference at 3:00. All right, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate you. And tonight, for those that are interested, we'll be checking out the debate. Should be spicy. A lot of people are gonna be watching. It's gonna be, I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be interesting, but we'll see. All right. Did paleo for 2 years. Interesting. The tiniest Arby's sign. Scanner situation ended. Suspect in custody, not couch. Questioning him where he dropped the weapon. All right. Thank you, Marky. All right, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Thank you so much for hanging out.